Okay, happy Thanksgiving 2020. I am going to show you guys how to do a spatchcock turkey. So we're going to go ahead and pan over to the to where the bucket is. This is my brining bucket, and inside you can see it's a great way to do it because it will actually submerge the turkey. And the way that it's set up is it's really nice so that it'll keep the turkey submerged. And in here I have a brine that I had used actually from Costco, but then I added a bunch of stuff. So basically salt and onion, orange peel, cloves, just a bunch of different things. So the turkey is in here and he's filled. So get the turkey out. And the idea around the brine is I had it for roughly 24 hours. And I'm gonna just get the turkey over here. I'm gonna put it breast down because we are gonna go ahead and what's called spatchcock it. So there are some things in here that I will get out of here, which is no problem. We'll trim up the bird here a little bit as well. Okay, so what the first thing is I do, I'm gonna go ahead and get some paper towels. Literally, I'm just gonna pat dry it. I'm not going to rinse it off because it's almost defeating the purpose. I am gonna get much of the neck and stuff cleaned up, but for right now, I just wanna pat it dry. Remove any of the bay leaves because there's a bunch of bay leaves. We had cloves. We had a bunch of kosher salt in there as well. And just pat drying it, okay? So bird is pretty cleaned out. It's a couple things that need to just get cleaned up, and you'll see me do that here. So they've already removed its tail, which is great. It's on its back. I will put it back over onto its breast so you can see the process of that. Good shears, so I can trim up the neck, which needs to be a couple things swatched out. So here's what happens. Here's the spine, and all I do is I go along one side. So you can watch, I'll just literally cut down one side of it, and I'm gonna go all the way down. It's kind of hard, it's a thick bird. I always recommend practicing on chickens. So the best chicken that you can make, which is very moist, is spatchcock chicken. And the reason being is that it cooks it completely filleted, and you'll see what happens when I do this with the turkey as well. I'm just trying to get everything out. So it's about 1 inch or so to the right of the spine. You can see I've got that removed. I'm gonna come over on the other side. Back up a little bit, Hunter. So you can see kind of what we're doing. We're just holding the bird, and as you go further back, it's a little bit more involved and difficult. Some people just get gardening shears. I had picked up some shears on Amazon a couple years back that I do really like. They're sharp. Make sure not to get a finger in there. Okay. When I was watching online, some people do want to cook this and save this because this is a good thing to have for later, but not today. We're just going to go ahead and get this off. But I want people to see this process of spatchcocking. It is the best way to keep all of the moisture in the bird. I highly recommend spatchcocking chicken and turkey. Practice on the chicken. Turkey is the exact same, just a little bit bigger. So you can see I literally have taken out its spine. And there's something else that you really do want to do. Some people, my friend, neighbor, Damon, he's actually going to take out the breastbone. But what you do is you can actually cut in here just a little bit. I'm going to make a couple cuts. And the goal is to just slice it enough so that when you flip it over, which is what you're going to see, it's pretty solid to put it flat. And you'll hear it crunch when you do it. So I think it's good enough. I made some cuts along the, I think it's just literally, it's in the middle of the sternum on the bird in the back area. And I'm gonna flip it over. So this is the fun part of the turkey. You flip it up and over. And this is what Trisha really likes because, oh, the salmonella. No, I'm just kidding. But you do have to flip it over. You want to spread it out. Spread it out here and over here. Okay, so you kind of got the bird spread out. Remember that area that we did on the inside? You're gonna push it down. There you go. That's the noise you want, because ultimately you're getting it completely spread out flat. And this is going to be about as good as you need to go. You can flip it around so you can see. This is the neck that needs a little bit of trimming. So I'll flip it up one more time so you can see what I'm looking at. Oh, jeez. Okay, so take a little bit off right here. That's the brass. There you go. That'll just help us. This is actually where I'm cutting into, is like in the wishbone area. Once you do that, it's good. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and trim this up, get it a little flatter, back up a little bit so you can see everything. Get this all trimmed up, and then we're gonna get to the fun part. The fun part is where we start to pull the skin back away from the meat, and we use the special stuff that I made earlier. Garlic with butter, rosemary, sage, and thyme. A mixture that's gonna go in between the two, and it's gonna be on its way. Go ahead, turn it off, and thanks.